Hi guys, this is Kimmerman from Kimmerman Gunpla Studio, and today I got here the Daban 6650 for the Freedom Gundam Master Grade bootleg from Daban, and this is the Z. You can see here the ZGMF X10A Freedom. Okay. So this the band copy for the Master Grade Freedom Gundam of Bandai, and I bought it around 1,100 pesos. Very cheap price for this kind of bootleg. And yes, this is a knockoff, and there on the side of the box we can see the same picture from the box art, and the other side we can see some specs, or the fictional specs for this model kit, and the other side we can see some gimmicks for the feet, the elbow, weapons, and the wings, or the backpack. So the back of the box here, you can see again the fictional specs for this model. And there we go, the Freedom Gundam. So if we open the box here, we can see the instruction manual. And there we got the 6650-1100 scale with the band version. And if we open the manual here, we can see the parts list. Everything is nice here, and I think all of the parts here are to be used. You can't see any cross mark from the parts listed, and there's also this action base stand included. And there you can see the instruction pattern for the assemble, and it's not that hard to build, as I can assess here. So I will get an easy time building this kit. Okay, so let's go with the parts here. The box, you can see the gray parts for the inner frame, multicolored parts here, and white armor pieces, blue parts for the wings, and we got this black part for the action base hand, and white parts for the shield and beam saber effect parts. Then you can see here wing parts, and there the decal or slide decals, white parts for the armor pieces. And again, white parts for the armor pieces, blue parts for the wings, and black parts for again, armor pieces. So as always, let's have a quick runner review before we build the kit. And we got here runner J for the inner frame parts, and this is in two sets, so we got two sets of this. And we got runner I for the inner frame parts and for the weapons. We got here blue parts for the wings, and this is runner G. Again, we got two sets of runner G here. We got this runner E2 for the binders, I think, for the wings. We got white armor pieces here for runner B, and another runner B, so we got two of this. Then we got white parts for the shield. This is runner D. We got beam saber effect parts, clear pink. We got this F2 runner for the railgun. We got this dark blue colored runner for the armor pieces, so this is runner E1. Then we got this binders here for the wings, and we got here runner H, blue parts. Then we got red parts here for runner I think this one for the runner A. So white parts for the runner A. Okay. Then we got clear parts for the eyes and camera scopes or lenses. Then we got the yellow part here for the V-fin. Okay. And we got here runner F1 for the gray parts for the railgun. And we got here gray and white parts for the feet. I think this one for the feet. Yeah. And white parts for runner C armor pieces. And let's not forget we got here water slide decals and foil stickers for the eyes. Okay, let's build the kit. And so the finished product of the Freedom Gundam by Daban, and basically and technically this kit is really garbage. Everything here is loose, and need to fix all things here by glue. So what I did is applied glue on every loose pieces that doesn't move, sand all those sockets that are tight, especially with the dreaded J joint there. The J, I forgot, but this is the J peg for the hips, the dreaded one. So before I apply the legs, I sand the socket to make it a bit loose, or not that tight, to avoid putting stress mark on those pegs. So aesthetically, the kit is really cool. It's really nice. It captures the essence of the Freedom Gundam from Bandai, but building it is a bit problematic because of those loose parts. Mostly are loose, and the pegs are tight, so you need to modify it by sanding. And you need this one, this super glue, to fix all those parts that doesn't move. Okay, so let's go with the articulation for this kit. The head here is really problematic. The neck always rotate as you rotate the head. So there you go, it rotates there, and you cannot bring it back, and it keeps on moving like that. So I don't like that. It makes me annoyed. First I will remove this backpack, and as you can see, the chest piece got removed. Bullshit. So there we go. I haven't fixed those things yet. Good thing in this review, those problematic parts are being revealed. So aside from this chest piece here, this back portion here is also loose. That's why I already put some glue on that. Okay, so for this part I might fix it with glue after the review, so at least you saw what happened on this shit. Okay, everything is loose here. Okay, so for the cockpit here, pilot cockpit, can pull it forward and then bend downward to expose Kira Yamato there inside. And for returning it, you need to push it upward to close the cockpit. Okay. So shoulder armor, or the shoulder, can rotate 360 degrees, and it's a bit loose as well. Okay, so I might put some joint tightener there. And what I did is I fixed this shoulder peg with the shoulder armor part, so it will not slide or glide. So it's already fixed, because this one is really loose. This is a very problematic part here. Okay, and all of the shoulder armor here are loose, so much loose. Okay. Even the joints here are so loose. So there, you can bend like that so far, and you can add some extension there to make it bend about 180 degrees. And the hands, I changed the hands to Dalin decal hands, so this is already articulated hand, and I applied peg and drilled hole in the gun so that the hand can grip the rifle. Okay. So for the gun here, this is the main weapon of the Freedom. So this is the gun. Technically, I much like the gun compared with the gun of Strike Freedom by Bandai. And there, the other one, I got the shield. So the shield here is cool, but there's a lacking design for me on the back part of the shield. So the shield doesn't capture the vibe here. It's supposed to be, this should be gray parts, but still it's a big chunk of white plastic there. And the hand can hold the shield handle by using the Dalin decal hands. Okay. There we go. The shield outer design is cool, but the back part is lack detail. For the waist is secure here, but before I applied it or snapped together, I applied glue on these parts because these are all loose. So as you can see, there's a shiny layer there. This is a glue, and there you go. For the front skirt can raise up to this far. Side skirts can raise up to that far, and the butt flap here can raise up and be pulled down like that. And the butt flap or butt armor, you can see a peg there. This is for the slot of the rifle. And for the dreaded J part, as I told you earlier, I sand the socket for that, so there would be a smooth glide on the joint or the peg. So what I did is I sand those parts, the peg there and also the hole there, so that there would be no friction or less friction at all when you play for the legs. Okay, so the legs can kick to this far if you raise the front skirt, and kick back to that far because of the butt flap. The butt flap is hindering the back kick. For the knee bend here, it's a double joint knee bend like that. There's a sliding gimmick also on the thigh armor, and there you go. For the legs, there's this flaps here that can open, but this white flap here is a bit loose and I didn't apply the glue yet. And there's this stubborn seam line here that I fixed with the glue. So I approximate those parts and applied glue, super glue. And for the feet can do toe extension, toe flexion, can swivel side to side like that. And the armor here, ankle armor, is attached also in the feet. Okay. So for the rail gun you can extend it like that and open this one with that. Okay, so it will appear like this, and that's it. Let's return this one. Okay, so there, the rail gun, so identical with the other side. Okay. As you can see, it's loose. Can easily pull it out, so I might put some tightening film like glue or the tightening pen for that peg. And also this front skirt, I applied glue because this one keeps on falling. For the wings, okay. The wings is a bit problematic as well after I finish it. So I glue everything that doesn't move here, and there you go. The wings can fold up to this far, and it can also rotate like that. And the wings also can do some spread like this, but honestly I don't like doing it so much because as you can see it will keep on falling. Everything here is loose, so this kit will test your patience, and now I regret buying this because I want to buy the Daban because it's cheap, but if you got cash or money, just buy the Bandai. It will save you the hassle. So everything here is hassle. So I don't want to move the wings now. Just watch other video for that because the wings is really problematic here. I thought I finished it. Finish fixing it, but still there are still problems that come along the way after I fix something. Then another problem arises with this kit. So much better buy the Bandai one to avoid yourself from having headache with this kit. So let's do some size comparison with this shit here. So I got here the Providence Gundam from Shengi. So these are all bootleg kits. So Shengi here has also problem with the waist and the joint there in the torso. Everything is loose. So I made a review of this and I made a warning. Buy at your own risk. And let's compare it with the Bandai Strike. So Bandai Gundam Strike is shorter compared with the Freedom here. So that's it for today. That's it for this Freedom Gundam. I don't recommend this kit. I don't recommend it to beginners because this is a hand grenade, and also this one. I don't recommend those kits. So if you got the money, just buy the Bandai. So see you next time. This is Kimberman from Kimberman Gunpla Studio saying good night, God bless.